A month ago, I did my big makeup declutter series, and I can't believe I forgot to post the master cut. What is wrong with me? Yeah, I forgot to post the master cut. So today, a month later, here is the master cut. We have base, we have cheeks, we have eyeshadow, and we have lip products all in this video. Now, this is going to be over 2 hours long, which is a big old video. It's a lot, but I know a lot of people love to use these as like cleaning aids, like clean your house with me. I don't know. So if you're cleaning your house, if you're painting, if you're doing your makeup, whatever you're doing, I really hope that you do enjoy this video. Whether you've seen these before or whether you missed my declutter series and you're just catching up with it now, that is absolutely incredible. This look was my members exclusive tutorial. I do Members Monday. Every single Monday we do a members video, and we also have a group chat, and you also get to vote in polls and all that kind of stuff, and it really does help out my channel so much. So if you fancy becoming a member, definitely click that join button down below. YouTube has demonetized me this week, so thanks YouTube. I need all the help I can get. But if you don't want to become a channel member, just liking and subscribing to this channel would help me out so much. It boosts me in the algorithm, and it's one step closer to pursuing my dream of being able to do this full time. So I hope you enjoy this video. This declutter wasn't a traditional declutter. It was kind of like a pre-declutter declutter. Does that make sense? It was kind of like a chopping block. So all of the products that are decluttered in this video aren't actually going. They're going to a separate drawer where I am testing them out. I'm seeing, do I actually like them? And if not, they will be decluttered at the end of the year, but I have found some absolute gems in this little declutter pile. I'm sick to death of getting to the end of the year, going into my main declutter series and just not knowing my collection. So this is a brilliant way to actually get to know my collection, get to understand things, get to know if I like things, if I don't like things, and yeah, I'm not what you've come here today for though. So without further rambling, like and subscribe. Let's get into the 2 hour long declutter. Enjoy! Okay, so this is my base collection. There is a lot of products in this pile. There's a lot of things. I have really expanded my makeup collection over the past few months, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. I wanted to really get involved with this collection, really know what I own, because right now I really don't know what I own, and that is a massive part of this little challenge today. I want to put aside things that either I know I don't like or things I really need to try more of, because there's a lot in here that I just don't know anything about. So I'm going to do base today, then I'm going to do cheeks, eyes and lips in other videos. I'm going to really go in depth, and I'm going to really see what is going on in my makeup collection, because I'm so lost. I don't know anything. So we've got a bunch of foundations here and here, concealers. I do have a few primers, which is interesting, and then powders as well. So I have a box which I'm going to put all of the either like declutters or I don't knows in, and then I'm gonna, yeah, try them, I guess. Try them over the next few months, see what I think. So I'm going to start with primer. So these are my primers. I'll zoom you in a tiny bit. I have said multiple times I don't use primer. I just don't use it. I never ever use primer. I just double moisturize before I do my makeup every morning, and that really works for me. I have 3 of these like glowy primers and then 1 kind of more moisturizer. I don't really know where to put this. Is this a primer? Is this a moisturizer? This is the Revolution Pro Miracle Cream. I kind of think this is a moisturizer. So I might put this in my moisturizer section because it kind of works the same, right? I don't know. It's just kind of like a semi-thick moisturizer. I never know where to put these kinds of products, but you know what? I think I am gonna put this in my skincare drawer just because, yeah, it's a moisturizer. Let me know down below, what is that? It's in my skincare drawer now. So 3 glowy primer products. I don't use these at the best of times, so I don't need 3. They are all slightly different. So we have the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Bronzed Drops. These I kind of mix in with some foundation every now and then. So that is what that one looks like. It is quite a lot thicker and it's definitely like more impactful. Then the Vive is more almost like red toned. You can see that there. It's definitely, oh, it is quite similar. It's a little bit smoother and less impactful there. That's more like my skin but better, clean girl kind of vibes. And then the Beauty Bay Glow Filter is kind of more like, yeah, neutral, like very, very skin-like, almost like a foundation, but it blends out to nearly nothing. So they are all different. Do I need all 3? No. I think I'm just gonna keep these 2, the Glow Milk and the Glow Filter, just because I feel like these 2 have purposes and I can use them in different ways. This one I'm just not going to use. I know I have decluttered this one in the past and it's come back into my collection, but I'm going to put it in the drawer to really, really focus on and to really, really use over the next, you know, 5-6 months, and then we will see. I think that's why I did that though. This is the whole reason why I'm doing this kind of hypothetical declutter, and it is because I always come to the point of decluttering my makeup collection and I just don't know anything. I don't know how my products work. So I want to do this now to really understand what works and what doesn't. Okay, foundations. Let's put this in an order that is a little bit nicer. I will zoom out because we need some space for these. Here we go. Here are all of them. So first off, this CatKin little foundation, cushion foundation. I adore this. I did not realize that I was a cushion foundation fan until I tried this. This is perfect for travel. If you do your makeup like on the train or on the bus or wherever, this is so quick, so easy. I do have a backup as well, which I will be keeping because this is my absolute holy grail. I adore this product. So that's staying. This is pretty much done. This will definitely be done by the time I do my end of year declutter. I'm giving this like another month and then it's just going to be done. So I am going to continue to use this. I will continue to use it up. If it wasn't nearly done, I probably would declutter it because I like a very full coverage foundation. This I bought when like skin tints were first coming out and I just learned it's not for me, but as I said, it's pretty much gone, so I'm just going to use it up. My chroma cover is staying 100%. I love this thing so much. It is the most full coverage cake face foundation I have ever used in my life and I love that about this. It is so good. If you're not into like full cake face coverage, this would be hell for you, but for me, I love it. Okay, let's talk about these two. These two are my favorite foundation that has been discontinued. I am in the shade F2, however, they did discontinue it, and the only other shade I could get was F1. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on finishing F2. I think I really need to. This is so old and I've not wanted to work on it because it's obviously discontinued and it is my favorite foundation. And then F1 is gonna be more of a mixing foundation for me. I do have a few little foundations in my collection that are way too dark for me, so it is always really, really good to have a little bit more of a light foundation in my collection to kind of act as a little bit of a mixer. So I'm going to keep both of these because I love them. I love them so much. But because I'm keeping the really pale shade of the Revolution foundation, this horrible thing is gonna go. This is so dry. This is awful. I've been on so many rants about this foundation. It is dry, it is cakey, it looks heavy on the skin. I got the complete wrong shade because there were no actual swatches on the Beauty Bay website. It was just this. It was just a picture of this, and obviously you can't match yourself with that. It's awful. I thought maybe I could use it as a mixing foundation because it is so pale, and even as a mixing foundation, like you can see that is ridiculously pale. Even as a mixing foundation, it just doesn't work for me. It makes the other foundations in my collection that I'm mixing it with look so dry and heavy as well. It's just not good. So no, that's gonna go in the drawer to look into. So is this. This is the IRL Filter Foundation from Makeup Revolution. I really don't like this. This makes almost like a film over my skin, and it makes my skin look thick, like really heavy and thick and just not good. I'm gonna maybe try and mix it in. I know these two do work together. The Beauty Crop Glow Milk Bronze. If I mix these two in together, it looks okay, but I want to just make sure, I am 99% sure that this will be properly decluttered in a few months, but I want to make sure. I want to put it in the bad bin and just make sure. A Revolution foundation that I really, really love. This is the Conceal and Hydrate. This is beautiful. I have very, very dry skin. It's medium to full coverage. It hydrates. It doesn't make me feel cakey or like heavy. It's a really good coverage. I love very, very full coverage products. And this one really is that. It's really, really nice. A really, really solid, affordable foundation. So that is going to stay. I think I'm going to keep these. These are just two little samples of the Uodo foundation. I do have a full size here. I'm going to keep these. I'm probably just going to go through these, to be honest. I think there's probably like 1 or 2 uses in each of these, so it won't take me that long to get through, and yeah, that's just gonna be fine. And then this is actually in my everyday makeup drawer right now. It's the Uodo, what's this called? Veil Matte Lasting Foundation. I don't remember what I think about this, so I don't know yet. I'm gonna keep it, you know what I mean, in my main collection, just because I don't really know. I don't remember hating it. I don't remember really not liking it. So I do need to use that. Okay, this is going to go in the bad bin. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I remember everyone raving about this and I hate it. I don't like it. I am going to again try it mixed with one of these products or with like a moisturizer or something like that, because this is so dry. This again peels on my face. It looks heavy, it looks cakey, it looks thick, and I don't really know what I'm doing wrong because everyone seemed to love this and I just really, really don't. So I wanna mix and match a little bit. I wanna make sure, like, see different things and all that kind of stuff. And I need to play with this a lot more. I wouldn't be comfortable properly decluttering it yet, because I'm not sure about it. So it's gonna go in the bad bin and I'm gonna try it a little bit more. Okay, let's move on to the last few foundations. So the RCMA, I don't know. I always keep this in my declutters and then it's just not used. So like, I just don't know. It's really handy for like spot concealing or spot this, that and the other, but I don't use it. However, I think actually I am going to keep it because these are my only cream bronzer shades, and while I don't use cream bronzer rarely ever, I have started to realise that the bigger I get as a content creator, the more I need to have products in my collection even if I don't use them all the time. So there was a little trend going around and it included a cream bronzer. You needed a cream bronzer for it, and if I didn't have this palette I wouldn't be able to have done that content, and it got like 33,000 views. So like it was definitely a great video. So I think I'm going to keep it just for that reason. I think if I wasn't a YouTuber I wouldn't be keeping that. This I'm a little bit confused about. this I mix in with my Urban Decay Hydromaniac because this is too deep for me, the Urban Decay is too light for me. However, after the Urban Decay is done, I don't really know what the fate of this is gonna be, just because it's very, very dark. You might not be able to see too well there. It does look like an alright shade. This only matches me when I have like 2 weeks abroad. Like, I do not tan, and it is a bit of an issue. I just do not tan at all. So I don't really know. I'm gonna keep it for now just because it does work really well with the Urban Decay. And like I said, I still have about a month of that Urban Decay left. But after that, I'm not sure. So I will keep this for now. This PS, I think this is gonna go in the bad bin. Just because for me, it's not really what I want. I'm gonna play around with it still. I'm gonna try and make it work. This is the whole point of the bad bin, to focus on products I'm just not really sure about. I do get in the habit of using the same products over and over and over again, so this is gonna be really beneficial for me. This I've only used like twice, I think, and from what I remember, it's pretty low coverage. It's very glowy. It's kind of the opposite of what I choose to use in an everyday basis. So this is gonna go in the bad bin just because it's not really my aesthetic. It's so cheap though. If you are into those like glowy products, like glowy base, kind of no makeup, this would be amazing. My skin is getting a lot better though. The reason why I like full coverage is because I do have really bad acne. My skin is getting a lot better. I've been using some skincare that was sent to me in PR, and it's really, really working. So I don't know, maybe in the next few months I'll be able to find a way of using that. And then these two are very dark for me. Both of these are in shades are way too dark. I've barely used either of these, which is awful. I know I like this. This is like matte. This is 24 hours. This is niacinamide, so it's hydrating. I think that's great. This has niacinamide as well, lasts 12 hours. I do need to use these more. I don't want to put them in the bad bin because they're not bad products. I know I like them, but I think I'm going to keep them in my collection, but I'm going to kind of put a little star on them to use them and to get to know them. Maybe I'll put them in a Project 10 uses. That would be really, really good. But yeah, I don't want to put them in the bad bin because I don't not like them. I just need to use them a little bit more. And then I have my concealers here. We've got like a lot of really good concealers in my makeup collection, and I'm really, really happy about that. So let's jump into it. This one, the Revolution Conceal and Define, I really, really like this. This is like a staple concealer for a lot of people. It's really good. I really enjoy it. Full coverage, but it's not too mattifying or drying. I will keep that. This I'm working on finishing in a project pan. This is the NYX Pro Fix Stick. This, if I wasn't trying to finish it, would I keep it around? I don't know. Just because it is a little bit drying, and I don't know. It's not really the type of product that I reach for a lot. I kind of am forcing myself to reach for it because it's in a project pan, but yeah, I'm going to keep it just to finish it. I've been obsessed with this recently. This is the Girls Crush Concealer. This is beautiful. This almost has like a film in a good way. You know when you blend out a concealer on a blemish and then the blemish just pokes through? This makes like a film over it, like a film of coverage, and it is just beautiful. So I'm keeping that. You can take that over my cold dead body. Next is the Camouflage Matte Concealer from Essence. I have already finished one of these, but I bought it again for my full face of Essence. Really good concealer. I think it's quite difficult to get a concealer wrong. I feel like most concealers are really, really good. I'm really, really happy with most of my concealers. The Nabla one, another really, really good staple. I know Gabriella Francis loves this concealer, and yeah, I love it as well. I got it for £3 in TK Maxx, so I really can't complain. Next is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo. Again, brilliant. You can see how much I've used of this. It's like halfway done, which is great. I'm going to give it a bit of a shake just to make sure it doesn't just settle and get all like gunky. So there we go. That looks a little bit better. Really good. I know a lot of people have said stay away from the normal one, the not hydrating one. So I'm glad I did get the hydrating version. This is the True Skin from Catrice. This is a little bit dark. You can tell it's very dark for me. I might end up using this as a foundation because it's a foundation shade for me. Like, look at that. That matches my skin pretty well. And I think I might, in time, repurchase this in the lighter shade. I don't know why I got this shade. This is the shade Cool Cashmere. That is not my shade. It's definitely not my shade. It might be my foundation shade though, so I'm going to use it as a foundation shade. And then last but not least, this is going to go in the bad bin. This is the PS My Perfect Colour. I don't like how the packaging has broken, first of all. I've not had this for that long. I don't like the sponge applicator, and the product is just like fine. I don't want to use products that are just fine. I've got so many beautiful concealers. I don't have time for something that is just fine. So that is going to go in the bad bin. And the rest are going to stay. This is the last little section in this video, so I'm really excited about these. So, CatKin. This is probably one of my favourite powders right now. This is so smooth. This is so beautiful. It is, oh my god, I love this. One of my absolute favourites. I do actually have a discount code for CatKin. I think it's CAITLIN25, but both of these are like favourite products from CatKin. This is the CatKin Air Loose Setting Powder. Absolutely beautiful. I would recommend both of these to anyone, and with my discount as well. 100%. This needs to be used a little bit more. This is one of those, again, I don't want to put it in the bad bin because I don't think it's bad, but I think I'm going to pop it in a Project 10 uses or something like that because I do just need to get to know it a little bit. I feel like the bad bin is for products that I am kind of thinking about decluttering and that need to have a little bit more of a try, I guess, a little bit more of a test, like, but this is fine. I remember liking this, so I'm not going to put it in the bad bin, but it is one that I'm kind of eyeing. I do need to use it a bit more. And this is a loose and press powder in one. Next is the Art Value, what is this? Little Bear Rider Soft Focus Powder. This is just a translucent setting powder. This is nice. It works. I have very dry skin, so I'm probably not the best at reviewing powders because, I mean, I don't really need that oil control, but for me, yeah, that works. The Essence All About Matte is a brilliant one for me. I have heard people with oily skin saying that it is not oily skin friendly, so just be careful about that if you do have oily skin. Like I said, I'm probably not the best to talk about powders, but that's a brilliant one. The Airspun, oh, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to put this in the bad bin. That really, really upsets me because this is like an absolute classic product, but she's old and I've got so many other really beautiful powders. Yeah, this is like a sign of the times, I think. I kind of want to keep it just for like the memories. I have finished so many of these. I think I've finished 2 of these in the past, which is crazy, but I think it's got to be tried out a little bit more. It's one of those products that because it is like an older product, I don't reach for it, so I need to. This is my SheGlam Insta Ready. You can see I've got a massive pan on this. I am currently working on this in a project pan, and the loose side is completely gone, which is amazing. There is nothing left in there, so I'm really, really hoping that I can finish this. This has taken so long though. It's kind of like, oh, when is this going to be done? You know, like, please tell me when, because I'm getting really annoyed at this, but I'm just going to keep using it, keep going. This is in the bad bin 100%. This is the My Perfect Colour Foundation Press Powder. This makes my skin look so dry. This makes my skin like crack up and like come off my skin almost. It makes my makeup just kind of come off. It's so bad. I don't even know if I want to retry this in the bad bin. I really don't know because it's just awful. I do not recommend this to anyone. If you have oily skin and you have tried this, please let me know, because does it work as badly for you? No. One of the worst products I've ever used. And then these two I'm gonna keep using. This one's nearly finished. This is the Trigwell powder. There is literally barely anything left in here. This will be done within the next few months, I think, so I'm just going to keep using that. And then the Catrice Under Eye Brightener. I used this the other day. It is super, super brightening, which is brilliant, and I really, really like that. So both of these are gonna stay. So this is the bad bin. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products in the bad bin, which I think is really, really good. I have some products to use, products to test out. Like I said at the start of this video, this is gonna be not like, they're not gonna be going now. They are just kind of like a predecessor to my main declutter. At the end of the year, I'm gonna get to know them. I'm gonna see, do I really not like them, or can I make them work? Do I actually like them? Because I'm really scared of throwing things out and then actually being like, oh, this is kind of cute actually. So I want to make sure, I want to give these a fair chance. So let me know, what do you think of this video? Okay, let's tackle the cheek products, shall we? I'm gonna jump straight into this. I'm going to get out all my bronzers first, then blushes, then highlights. I might actually do face palettes first, just to get them out the way. This is going to be an interesting one. I feel like we're going to have a lot of products to think about in this video. So let's jump into it. I'm going to do face palettes, mixed face palettes first. So face palettes with different types of products in them. So these are my little collection of face palettes. I don't actually have that many, which is really nice, because face palettes aren't really, that's a blush palette. Face palettes aren't really my go-to products to use, so I'm glad that I don't have that many, because they can get to a point where you're like, oh, this is like over-facing, this is a bit too much. So let's start with, this is an easy keep. This is the Essence Love That Glow and Bronze. I think this palette is so beautiful. This has a really nice highlight, a glowy bronzer, and then a matte bronzer. This is perfect for summer. I need to reach for this now that it is summer. It is currently like 32 degrees here in the UK, which is absolutely insane, but I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, these kind of products, stunning, beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely love. This is my Anastasia Italian Summer little face palette. This is also really, really good. I did replace this highlight because the original highlight in this palette was awful. It was so bad. But now that I have replaced this, it is so nice. This is kind of in the running for Pan That Face palette next year. This was gonna be Pan That Face palette this year. However, I decided to do things a little bit differently. If you know, you know. If you catch up and keep updated with that project, you'll know. But this is probably going to be Pan That Face palette next year. I will obviously do the like help me choose, and you can vote on what you want to see, but my vote is with this one. There is a massive dip in this blush, I hope you can see, and this highlight's pretty low down as well. I think it would be a very doable product. Next is this. This is my Zoeva Cocoa Blend. This is a mix of two blushes that I was actually working on last year. I would love to finish at least this one at some point, but I know that finishing a blush is like borderline impossible. I really do like both of these shades. I think they're really, really good shades. However, I do need to remember that they're there. This is like a whole year of blush progress, which is interesting. But judging from my Pan That Face palette blush progress this year so far, maybe I'll have it done very soon, and maybe I can spend the last little bit of the year focusing on this again. That would be really good. This I'm going to put in the bad bin. This, I don't reach for it at all. I got this from TK Maxx. This is the Carrez Bronze and Glow face palette. This bronzer is way too light for me. This highlight is way too dark for me. So like whose skin tone is this made for? And then this blush is nice, it's fine, but I just never ever reach for it. Face palettes in general are quite neglected in my collection. So yeah, I need to play around with this a little bit more. I need to get to know this because every year I think I'm going to use this, I'm going to see how I feel about it, I'm going to try my best to make an informed decision, and it never happens. So this is going to go in the bad bin. I'm going to see how I feel about this over the next few months. This is another product that was in the running for Pan That Face palette this year. This is the NARS Exposed Face palette. I do have a big pan in this bronzer, and I think if I were to try and really pan this palette, I would definitely finish this bronzer, maybe finish a blush, or at least hit pan on a blush. I think these 3 shades on the, like this side are way too deep for me, but these 3 shades I really think I could make a lot of good progress with. So I am going to keep this because, I mean, the packaging is gorgeous. I pined after this for years and years and years and years, and I finally found it on Reliked, which is amazing. So I am going to keep this because it is really stunning. And that leaves this. I have spoken about my disappointment for this very many times on my channel. It's just so boring. I don't have time for mediocre makeup anymore. What kind of design is this? Even the new Desert Haze palette, there's so many fingerprints on this, I'm so sorry. This is like such basic packaging, but it works. The text is kind of glittery, this little ombre, it works with the theme. This is just like so boring. You do understand what I mean? I am a little bit offended by this, so this is going to go in the bad bin as well. I'm going to give this a few more goes. I'm going to see how I feel about it, but I would not be surprised if this officially went at the end of the year. Okay, so 2 face palettes, which is pretty good. So now I have bronzers. I will grab a few that are in my everyday makeup drawer. Oh, this is a face palette as well, technically. This I am keeping. This is from Makeup Revolution. It's the chocolate contour palette. I think this has been discontinued now. This is amazing. This highlight wasn't very good, so I did declutter it. And then I repressed my Zoeva highlight in here. This is so good. This is the most pigmented bronzer ever, and I love it. Okay, let's talk bronzers, shall we? So here they all are. I have some thoughts about quite a lot of these. So let's start with this. This is the Primark PS Bronze. I love this thing. The only thing is the clasp doesn't really, like, look, I'm gonna click it and then open it and then just kind of rummage it. It just falls open. It's really, really annoying. However, this was £1, which, I mean, can you complain about? Not really. It was £1. It's amazing quality. I'm flabbergasted by this. It's so good. Next I have, let's talk about this. This is my Anastasia Tawny bronzer. This is such a classic. This has a big dip in here, so I would love to hit pan on this soon-ish at some point. That would be my goal. I am going to keep this as well because I think it's really nice. This is my favourite bronzer of all time. This is from Kiko. This is the Unexpected Paradise bronzer. And just look at that. It is just so gorgeous. So obviously I'm keeping this. This is going to take an eternity to finish. It will never be finished in my lifetime. I'm just telling you that right now. Like, it's not even, like, it is domed, but the dome isn't even flattened in any way. This is going to be buried with me, and I'm not even mad about that. I'm really not. I'm not even gonna lie. So let's talk about this. This I think is going to go in the bad bin because this is just way too cool tone for me. It's too cool tone. It's too light as well. It just doesn't work for me and my makeup aesthetics, and that's absolutely fine. The packaging is gorgeous. Like, I love this. I feel so bad getting rid of this, or like, you know, getting rid of this, because I really do love it. However, this is definitely more of a contour for me, and I don't contour. I don't like how contour looks on me, so this is, oh, it's gonna go in the bad bin. I'm gonna try it out a few more times before my big end of year declutter, but it's probably gonna go. This is the Mitchell Bronze Pod. This is one of the only products from Mitchell that I actually like. I got a lot of very upset Mitchell stans in my comments in the video that I did a full face of Mitchell, because I just don't like his cream or liquid products. I really like his powder products, but other than that, I just don't see the hype. This is a really nice bronzer though. It's got a little bit of a shimmer in it. Really, really good. I like that, so that is staying. My Revolution bronzer Reloaded, this is gonna go in the bad bin. I'm gonna try it a few more times. This is so firmly pressed to the point where there's nothing here. Like I'm swatching. It's so underwhelming. It's just so firmly pressed. It's got to go in the bad bin. As I said, I will try my best to make it work between now and December, but no. Okay, the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. This is a really nice bronzer. This is a really rosy tone bronzer on me, but I really like it. I like having a mix of different tones. I have some reds, I have some yellows, and I have some rosier tones. My skin is yellow in undertone, so this can clash depending on my eye look that I do, but if I do more of like a rosy eye look, this is the perfect bronzer to go in with that, and I really, really love it. Really good formula. The Essence Blush Crush. This is technically a blush. This is in the shade 10 Caramel Latte, but I use this as a slightly shimmery bronzer, and I really, really love it. I think it's great. It's so smooth. Like, that is definitely a bronzer for me. It's kind of like a red tone bronzer. I think it's so stunning. I use this a hell of a lot. Really good product. What next? This Nabla bronzer, I'm kind of on the fence about. I'm not gonna lie. This was gifted to me from Marley in our mystery makeup swap. This is a little bit... I think I'm gonna put it in the, like, I don't want to call it the bad bin for products like this, because like I really do like this bronzer. However, I do struggle to get it on a brush. I think it's more of like a buildable formula. I'm gonna try it with like a dense brush. I'm not gonna put it in the bad bin because I know I like it. However, I'm gonna use it a little bit more. I'm gonna keep it in my main collection. I'm gonna use it with this brush. I think it has blush on it right now, but it's very, very dense. Like I'm tapping it and it's like not budging. So I'm going to use it with a bit more of a dense brush to get a little bit more pigment, because sometimes I do feel like this doesn't have enough pigment for me. And yeah, I want to just keep using it. So I'm going to keep it in my main collection for now because it's not a bad product. It's not in the bad bin. But I do just want to get to know it a bit. This Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie. What a classic. This is really, really pretty. A very kind of basic matte bronzer. It works though. It's great, so I'm going to keep that. This is my Pan That Face palette bronzer, so hopefully this will be done by the time December comes around. This is my Ofra format bronzer. I did have to repress it in different packaging just because the original packaging pretty much disintegrated. It was awful. So now it's here. I'm working on this. Hopefully I can finish this, obviously keeping that. Now, the Lion King palette, it's staying. Obviously, I love this thing so much. This is so pretty. I don't use all the bronzers. I only really use this bronzer. However, it's the Lion King. Like, look how pretty that is. The Lion King is my favorite film ever. So I'm sorry. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. So these two... I need to kind of use this one a little bit more. This is the Catrice Sun Lover bronzer. This reminds me of the Revolution one, but it's not as firmly pressed. However, you can see it is quite pale for me. I do usually go for darker bronzers. So, you know what? I think this and this, I am going to put in the box to try out a little bit more, because I just don't know. I don't know. I want to try them more. I want to make sure they do get used. So not the bad bin. It's not in there for that reason. It's just in there because I don't know. And then I have this. This is the Kind Bronze Blissful Bronze. I do have a pan in this. I would love to finish this at some point, so I'm going to keep it because I want to project pan it. Maybe I should do a video of makeup I want to project pan eventually, but I just don't have the time to right now. Let me know if you want to see that down below, because this is like waiting in the wings to be finished. So I have 4 bronzers that I need to use some more. 2 are like officially bad bin, and then 2 are I want to try out a little bit more because I'm not too sure about them yet, which I think is really, really good. Oh, I do have this as well. This is, no, that's not it. Where is it? This is technically a bronzer for me. It is marketed as a highlight for deeper skin, but I just use it as a bronzer. This is really pretty. This is staying. This is like a bronzer topper for me. This product I don't really use, the cream, but the powder is a really nice bronzer topper, so I'm keeping that too. So let's put all these back and let's talk about blushes. Okay, all of these are my blushes, so let's jump into it. I have a lot of blush. I feel like this year has been the year of the blush for me. I really, really love, I've acquired a taste. Let's just say that. I've acquired a taste. So this is one of my favorites. I don't often use it, but I wish I did use it more. This is the Kiko Unexpected Paradise. This is kind of like a almost yellowy, peachy shade. Really, really nice. It goes with blue looks really well, which obviously I love blue, so that is definitely staying. This I won't open. I'm gonna hide it. This is Milani Luminoso. This is my Pan That Face palette blush, and I mean, my Pan That Face palette update did go live a few days ago, so if you wanted to see some amazing progress, if you missed that update, definitely go and check that out, because I know it doesn't look like it from just this, but this has done so well this month. This will probably be done pretty soon. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So I'm really excited about that. Speaking of Milani, I have the Sunset Passion blush. This is one I don't really use. However, I am going to keep it in my collection because it's a nice little mauvey tone. I can see this being really good in autumn. So yeah, I'm going to keep that. I do not reach for this much at all, so I do need to reach for that. Let's talk about this. This is the Catrice Underwater Secrets. Again, it's technically a highlight duo, but for me, I thought being the key word, it would work really well as a blush. I can't even open this. I literally got my nails done yesterday, so I don't want to break them. This just does not work for me as a blush product. It's way too dark, and this is too glowy. It's like a highlighter, and it's just not a good colour for me. Even this cream, it looks a little bit more pink, but it's just not really. It's, I don't really know how I'm meant to use that. Maybe that could be a nice blush, like under the blush product. I need to use this a bit more. This is going to go in the bad bin. I'm fully expecting to declutter this at the end of the year, and I wouldn't be mad about it. The NYX Buttermelt blush. This is a beautiful blush. This is very unique in my makeup collection. This is bright orange. This is in the shade Sooner the Butter, and I really love it. I knew for my full face of NYX, I wanted something a little bit more unique. I don't want to just get another peach blush. So I got this, and I'm really excited about it. I really, really like it. I don't often use it because of the color. It is a little bit much, but I mean, it's stunning. So I'm keeping that. This is another favourite from the year. This is the Revolution Icon Blush Trio, and I really like this too. This has a cream in it that I actually like. I know, everyone's shocked. I really, really love all 3 of these. These are such good products. I just think they're amazing. So I'm of course keeping those. This, everyone will be happy to know, this is going in the bad bin. This is a Franken of my Modern Renaissance palette, which was the palette I was project panning for 2 years in the past. I've admitted defeat. I'm just not doing it. I'm so burnt out with Modern Renaissance that I just don't want to put myself through it anymore. 2025, I have said, is the year of no hate panning, because I just don't want to do it. I have been so bad at project panning this year, but I'm so much happier. I don't want to force myself to use this. It's just not fun. So I'm not going to do it. No. Okay, what is next? This Primark blush. I love this. This was again like £3 or like £2 or something like that. So good. A really nice, just basic peach blush. It works really well. I'm really happy with it. It's really lovely, so I'm keeping that. Let's do this Technic palette. This I think I could probably get rid of. I have used it a little bit in my everyday makeup drawer recently. However, I think it's A, very, very old, and B, I have all of these products, and C, I think it's discontinued. So I just don't think this serves a purpose in my makeup collection anymore. It's a really nice product and I really like it, but I don't know. So this is going to go in the bad bin. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more, but it would not surprise me if that goes in December. Let's do my Odin's Eye blushes. Let's do these. These are such good matte blushes. So I have two very, very vibrant shades here. So a bright, like reddy orange and then a bright fuchsia pink. These are so interesting and unique in my makeup collection. I have to keep these because for like cool, crazy looks, these are stunning. And then these two in the orange compacts are a little bit more toned down, a little bit more neutral. So I have like a cool toned mauve and then more of a, this is like very in trend right now, like a bubblegummy pink. It's a little bit deeper than a bubblegum pink, but both of those are stunning. I love all of those matte blushes from Odin's Eye. Next, this is going, I'm actually not going to open it. I nearly made the mistake there. This stinks so bad. I'm sorry. This stinks so badly. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It is going in the bad bin 100%. This, oh, I'm kind of tempted to put in the bad bin as well. It's not a bad product. This is the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. This is just so pale that it doesn't really do much for me. It's not really a shade that I use that much. This is Shimmery Rose. It just gives the tiniest bit of glow on the cheeks. I can see why people would like this, but for me, it's more of a blush topper. But I don't use blush toppers. You know, if I'm gonna use a shimmery blush, or if I want a shimmery blush, I'll just use a shimmery blush. This is a little bit too subtle, so I want to play around with it a little bit more. I want to see how this works a little bit more, so for that reason, I will put it in the bad bin. I'm not 100% sold on that. This is the Colourpop Flirt Alert. This swatches awfully, but it works really well on the cheeks. This is more of a cool toned mauvey shade. Really, really love this product, and I need to use this more. I need to use it. This is kind of like an autumn shade though as well. This is very unique, and there was a learning curve with this. This is from Girls Cult. This is the Mood Blush. It's like a cream product, and it looks so deep and scary in the pan, but it gives you like a really nice, just kind of mauvey, cool toned moment. I don't know, it's really interesting. I like to use this with a dense brush. This actually works on top of powder, which is brilliant. I was really, really scared to see if this would break up my foundation, but it's quite a dry cream, so it works on top of foundation and powder, which is brilliant. And then finally, the Essence Blush Crush in the shade Deep Rose. This is beautiful. This is such a like good basic blush. I think it's brilliant. So yeah, I'm keeping that too. So quite a few things are in the bad bin for this round. All of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blushes, and I'm counting these as individual blushes because technically they are. I'm really happy with that. I think I have a lot to think about between now and December, so yeah, I'm happy. Okay, now we have highlights. I have quite a lot again, so let's take all these out and let's jump into it. Quite a lot in front of me here, so I'm just going to jump straight into this. This kimchi I am 1 bazillion% keeping. I love this. This is like a blue to purple duochrome highlight, and I'm all in to that. I like love my crazy highlight. Look at that. That is so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. So I'm obviously keeping that. I'm gonna keep my Go-Go Tails. This is a little bit annoying because the hard pan on this is kind of insane, but this is another kind of bluish highlight, but this is a much different formula. This is almost like tiny glitter speckles. You can see they're very, very different formulas, but this is a really beautiful highlighter. My Ofra Glazed Donut is a classic. This is in my Pan That Face palette right now, and as you can see, I've made amazing progress with this. I'm really, really happy with that. That definitely won't be done by the end of the year, but bear with me, you know, just bear with me. This is the Buttermelt highlighter from NYX. I can never open this. Oh, I've just done my nails as well. I've just had my nails done. I need tweezers. I don't understand why this is so difficult to open. It's still not opening. Oh my god. It's, ow. Oh, ow. I just punched myself in the hand with my tweezers. Can you see that mark there? Ow. How can I not open this? It won't open. This is one of the things I really don't like about this product. The product itself is so nice, but I literally cannot open it. And I don't get why it is so hard to open. Like, I'm still trying. I've been here for a long time. I'm trying my best. I just can't do it. I don't understand. There we go. I've done it. Oh my god. That took way too long. I really like the product. That's the thing. I love the product. It's so glowy and blinding. Jesus Christ, though. If I have to do that every single time, there's an issue. I do actually have a sander, which I might put on this a little bit. That could be a really good way of doing things because that was kind of ridiculous. I love this product. I am going to close it now. Yep, RIP. Never getting that open again. But I really like it. Great product. Keeping that. Benefit Cookie. We know her. We love her. She's not cruelty-free, which, okay, I have thoughts about. But hopefully I can finish this sometime in the future because it does have a big pan on it, and I don't think it would take that. No, it would. Who am I kidding? It would take forever. So I am going to keep this in my collection. Let's find something that I would get rid of. This is so sad because the packaging's gorgeous. Maybe I could put this in like an eyeshadow drawer, but then I don't use these coloured eyeshadows. This is just way too yellow for my skin. Can you see how yellow it is? It comes across more pale on camera because of all the beauty lights, but it's just pure yellow, and I don't like that. Even though I have yellow undertones, it's too much. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in the bad bin. Next, I actually spoke badly about this product in a few videos, and then I tried it recently in my full face of British makeup brands, and I really liked it. So I don't know what I was on when I originally tried this. It is very, very, very thick. So if you're not into a very thick, blinding highlight, then this probably isn't going to be for you. This is from the Pastel Roses. This is the Moon Dust highlighter, and I really like it. It's a very, very blinding shade, but I'm glad that I've used this again because now I actually know that I like it. This one is the Rose and Sparkles. This I think is a little bit too dark for me. That, I mean, maybe I could get away with it, but I don't really like pink highlights. It's just a personal preference thing. So I think I'm going to put this in the little basket to try out a little bit more because I just don't really know about that. This one is a pink highlight, but it's something a little bit different. This is the Catrice Space Glam. And yes, this is pink. However, face on, it's very pale and white. I hope you can see the difference there. It kind of has that duochrominess, and I feel like the duochrominess saves it a little bit. I just feel like it's, I don't know, it's a little bit more interesting, so I really do like that. I'm going to keep that. Next, I think I'm keeping, this one, I mean, I've spoken about this so many times on my channel, a silver highlight What is going on? Hi, I've got no makeup on. What is going on with that? I don't understand. This shade is really nice though. I do use this shade a fair bit. I wouldn't say all the time, but like it's nice. So if it wasn't for this, this would be going. But I do like this other shade, so I'll keep that. Next is Makeup Revolution, the Highlight Reloaded. I really like this as well. It's a really blinding product. You can see all my knuckles there. Great. I mean, I'm really liking most of my highlights. This, it might be time to declutter. I love this product. However, this has been discontinued for years at this point. So I don't know. This is the Mega Lightning highlight from Makeup Obsession. Is it even a brand anymore? Is Makeup Obsession even a thing? I don't know. It's just, I'm not going to put it in the bad bin because I know I like it and I know how it works. However, this is something I do have to think about because it's been discontinued for literal years and I just don't use it because of that. I think because I have a channel and because I promote makeup, it's hard to keep things that have been discontinued even though I love them. This is another one. It has been discontinued. This is the Sleek Mono Highlight in Solstice Equinox. Stunning. Like stunning, stunning, stunning. You can see that there. You can see how blinding that is. I do have a stand scratch on me, but it's so pretty and blinding. But it has been discontinued, so I don't know. This is the Nabla highlighter in the shade Ozone. I really love the highlighter. I know that I put the bronzer in the drawer to test, but this is a really nice highlight. I really like the highlight. I think the highlight's a little bit looser than the bronzer, so I really like it more. These are technically highlights, but I use them as single eyeshadows. Did I just dig my nail into that? I think I did. These are way too much to be highlights for me. They are very, very glittery and very, a lot, basically. They are definitely more of a single eyeshadow formula, in my opinion, anyway. I just feel like they're so glittery to the point where I don't like them on my cheeks. However, as eyeshadows, I do like them. I don't really know where to put these products in my collection because I like how they look as highlights, but then at the same time, I am not going to use them if they're in my highlight drawers. So I have a pink, a purple, purpley bluey shade, a kind of iridescent shade, and then a green. They're so pretty, but they are so thick. Can you see that? They are such like thick eyeshadow kind of shades. I don't know what to do with them. I am going to keep them because I love how they look, but as eyeshadows, definitely. So yeah, I don't know about them. So only 2 highlights in the to be tried / bad bin, which I think is really, really good going. I'm really happy about that. And so yeah, that comes to the end of my oh no it isn't. Oh no it isn't. Oh no it isn't. I have my creams. Oh, this is gonna be a interesting one. So those 2 are eyeshadows, so they can go back. I notoriously do not like cream cheek products, and there is a lot in here that I just don't like. I just don't like. Every single like declutter or collection video, I forget about my cream products, which just says a lot. This Essence X Superman, no, bad bin 100%. This does not dry down, so it stays looking oily and thick on your cheeks all day, and it barely gives you any colour. Bad bin 100%. This I think I will keep. This is the Glow Hub Buff Blush in the shade Peach Tea. This is a really nice shade. I barely ever use it. However, I would like to have a cream blush option just for content and things like that. And it's a really, really pretty shade. So yeah, I will actually keep that one. This I'm going to keep as well. This is the Catrice Underwater Secrets PH blush. This is if the Essence Superman blush was actually good. It dries down really well. It gives a little bit more colour than the Essence one. So yeah, I do actually like this one. I love a gimmicky product that works, and this is definitely one of those. This Essence X Superman Jelly Highlight Stick is gonna go. This, no. It barely gives me anything. It barely gives, it does not give enough for me. It's just not worth the time or the hassle. I will pop the little cap back on it before I forget. It's just a whole load of nothing. That's it wet as well. Like when it dries, just imagine how much more useless this is going to be. It annoys me. So no, that's bad bin for sure. This juice pot is going to go in the bad bin as well. It's fine. But if I'm keeping this, I'm not going to reach for this. This looks like a little medicine bottle. It looks like, you know, when you have like your jabs, it kind of reminds me of that. It's just fine. It's whatever, but I'm going to put it in the bad bin. Mitchell Drip Drip I use as an eyeshadow because it's kind of like a really glittery white, like no base kind of shade. So I use this as an eyeshadow, not as a highlighter. And for that, I do like it. This is gonna go in the bad bin. This is the Blush in Sweet Cheeks. This is so dry. I don't understand how anyone can actually use these. They're so dry and thick. And oh no. So I'm gonna put that in the bad bin as well. So cheap products. Let's see how many are in the bad bin in total. That's a lot of stuff in the bad bin right now, which is great. There's a lot of stuff for me to test out and to keep trying over the next few months. I'm really glad that I'm doing this because I really don't want to go in blind to a declutter again, because I'm always scared that I'm going to get rid of something that maybe I actually like, or maybe I'm just decluttering for the sake of decluttering, and I never want to do that. I never like doing that. So I hope you guys are enjoying this little like pre-declutter series. I'm really enjoying it. It gives me a lot of insights. So we'll see. Obviously, I think the more I get into my collection as well, maybe in the next 6 months, I'm going to be decluttering a lot more. So yeah, this isn't like spoilers or anything like that. I don't think I'll be repeating content. So let me know what you think. Do you love any of these products? Let me know. I have been putting this off. I'm not going to lie. This has been a big video to try and get the courage to go through. But today I'm going to be going through my entire eyeshadow palette collection and really, you know, really getting to grips with it. I'm sure I've gone through everything in the introduction, so I'm just gonna jump straight into it. So first I'm gonna start with these palettes. These are palettes in my everyday makeup drawer right now, so I'm just gonna start with them because I will forget them otherwise. Honestly, that's the reason why. So let's start with this. This is the Somber Garden palette from ShellWe. I do have a discount code with ShellWe. I'm pretty sure it's Caitlin Costello, but this is such a beautiful palette. I love this palette so much. It's so small, but it's so impactful, and I have to keep this. Subculture will always stay in my collection. Hashtag justice for subculture. You know the drill here. I love this palette so much. This was a 1 week one palette not that long ago, and I really, really enjoy it. It's a really nice colour story still. I feel like it is still a very, very on-trend colour story if you think about some of the palettes that have released recently. The Odin's Eye Autumn Alva and the Singe Beauty Agate Temptation, even the Beauty Bay palette that's just released kind of has similar vibes. So yeah, love that. Odin's Eye Summer Alva. This one is staying. This I've only just got. This is an everyday makeup drawer little product as well. And I'm just testing it out really. I love blues. Blue is my happy colour. If you're new to my channel, you will see a lot of blue in this video. I am wearing blue today. It is the best colour. I'm sorry, fight me. So I've done a full review on this whole collection on my channel if you were interested, but I'm still getting to know this one, so I'm going to keep that. My Pan That palette obviously is staying. I'm trying my best to get as much use as possible on this. I've kind of admitted defeat on finishing most of the shades, but I'm just going to see how far I can get between January to December of 2025. I'm doing pretty well so far, so of course I'm keeping that. This is my NYX Ultimate Jean Baby palette. I think it's so cute. I don't know if this is going live before or after my Pan Those Eyeshadows, but I mean, I'm not going to say anything just in case it's going live before, but I am working on one of the shades in here. Then my Juvia's Place Zulu palette. This might have to go to the side. I love this, however, this is purely sentimental. Do I have the urge to reach for this and to use this? No. I keep this because this was one of my first ever colourful eyeshadow palettes and I just can't let it go. So I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to put it to the side. I'm going to see how I feel about that because that could be a possible declutter. Then I have my Tale of Frozen Dreams from the Pastel Roses. I think this is a really nice colour story. It's a slightly confusing colour story for me, but I mean, all the duochromes are absolutely stunning, amazing. I will always keep my Pastel Roses collection. And then the Love Language palette from Odin's Eye and Morgan Turner, another brilliant eyeshadow palette. I did get sent this in PR, and even though these pinks aren't necessarily my thing, all of these neutrals and then these cool tone purples as well, I am loving. So for the first section, I'm just gonna cut the Zulu because I don't know, it's a bit of a relic. I'm not really one of those people that keeps things for sentimental value. However, that one gets me. So I've just put everything else back into my everyday makeup drawer. And now let's move on to my real collection. Okay, I'm gonna go by brand. I think this time I never go by brand, but this is all the Pastel Roses palettes that I own. I am on their PR list, so I do get these for free, which is absolutely insanity, as well as, actually no, the Frozen Dreams was a gift, not by the brand, so that wasn't sent to me in PR. But I mean, how lucky am I, first of all, to be working with such an incredible brand? I genuinely love all of these palettes, but there are some colour stories that do, I don't know, they confuse me a little bit. So let's pop some of these to the side for a second. Let's start with the two big palettes. So this is the Moonlight eyeshadow palette from the Pastel Roses, and you can get 20% off all the Pastel Roses with code CAITLIN20. That is not affiliated, it's just for you guys to get money off. This is a really nice, I think, like, winter palette. I definitely gravitate towards this top row here. These pinky purpley shades aren't really for me. However, I do really like the colour story. It's something a little bit more neutral for me, but you know what? I'm gonna keep that. And then this is the Rose Delights. I want to keep this, but also I don't reach for it because it is so warm toned. I like my smoky, cool toned shades. These aren't my shades. This is one of my like fantasy self palettes. I want to be able to use this and to love it, but there's like a mind block there. So I'm going to put this to the side to use a little bit more. That's in the kind of danger zone, I guess, which is so sad because I love that palette. I love the quality, but it's just so warm and I don't use those shades. Okay, next we have two mid-size palettes. I'm going to be keeping both of these. This is the Sakura palette and it's, yes, very warm tone on this side, but then it leans into these more cool tones on this side. I love green and pink together. I think it's a great color combo. Any shades that are opposite each other in the color wheel will go great with each other. So I'm going to keep this. It's one of their newer palettes as well. This was one I was convinced I was going to hate. This is the Sweet Harmony eyeshadow palette. This is an all shimmer palette and I was like, oh god. All shimmer? Oh, I don't know. But I love it. It goes so well with any neutral palette. Just whack any of these on the lid and you're good to go. So I'm going to keep that. This has been a little bit of an underdog, I'm not gonna lie. This is the Pumpkin Spice. This was their autumn release and I really like it. I was not expecting to like this. Again, like I just feel like blues and cool tones and really grungy shades are my comfort zone. I've used this shade Spice a lot, just like on its own with other palettes, and I've reached into this palette specifically for this shade. I'm not sure if you can see, there is a tiny bit of a dip in it, which is crazy. These shades are definitely my comfort zone, but I really liked it. It's a really good palette. Love that. And then these palettes are not going anywhere. These are the Crushed Diamonds quads. I think these are spectacular. This, I've always said, is probably my least favorite because I don't really like pinks. But then I did a 1 week 1 palette with this and I fell in love with it, which is not what I was expecting to say. I really enjoyed working on this palette. You can see there's a pretty big dip in this shade here, and I've completely changed my mind about that one in particular. I love them all. I would like to get a little bit more use on this one because this is definitely my most neglected, but I mean, all of them are stunning. This is probably my favorite palette in my whole collection. These are like iridescent. I said I wouldn't swatch, but I mean, I have to swatch this one. Are you kidding me? It's stunning, like absolutely crazy, beautiful, stunning shades. Like, how can you say no to that? I don't know. I'm gonna keep all of those because they're beautiful. Okay, let's do Colourpop next. I was literally thinking about this in bed last night. That's how stressed I am about this video. I keep all of these palettes because I love them. Not necessarily because I use them all the time, but because I like having the rainbow. And that might be a really, I don't know what the word is, like silly reason to keep them all, but I like having the collection. Do I reach for reds all the time? No. Do I love red eyeshadow? No. Do I have loads more reds in my collection in other palettes? Yes, but I cannot get rid of these, and I don't really know why, because I do not reach for these. I don't reach for these barely ever. Maybe if they go in a pan Those Eyeshadows, I'll reach for them. There's a hair in that one, that's disgusting. But I just cannot get rid of them. I've had these for years. It looks brand new. I don't know what it is. There's like this mental block with my Colourpop palettes. I just can't get rid of them because I like having the collection. I know. But they are really stunning palettes. I think as I've grown in my makeup journey, I just prefer options now. I prefer palettes with options. Like if you're using this palette, for example, you're doing a yellow look. Like, sorry, but you are. I like palettes that I can open and then kind of decide what I want to do. That's kind of how I do my makeup now. I kind of, pick a palette, open it, and then challenge myself a bit. These don't challenge me because it's red, you know? So there are pros and cons to these. I have so many of them. So that's the Main Squeeze, Orangey Glad, Aha Honey, Just My Luck, High Tide. This is a little bit different. This is the Frozen 2 Elsa palette. This does have a little bit of options, but like I still don't use it. Blue Moon, with a few That's Taupe shades. If you remember, my That's Taupe had a few Blue Moon shades in it, so I just switched them around a little bit. It's My Pleasure is definitely not my thing. I don't use warm tone purples, barely ever. And do I have other warm tone purples in my collection? Yes, but I like having them. I can't get rid of them. Making Mauves. Do I ever wear mauve eyeshadow? Not really. Do I have other mauves in my collection? Yes, I do, but they're all staying. I'm sorry. I know it's really annoying for some people, but I just really like having these, and as a colourful eyeshadow lover, it's just nice to know that if I'm ever doing an eyeshadow look and I need like a specific colour, I can always go into here and grab one of these, and I know that I'm probably gonna have one of those colours because I mean, there's everything in this little collection. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep all of them. I've only ever decluttered one Colourpop palette. That was the Baroque palette, and that was like the grey smoky palette, and I just didn't use it, and that hurt me so much, but these ones are staying. Okay, I have some Drugstore palettes here. These will probably get the chop, a lot of these. So let's move them out the way. Let's start with this. This is the Essence X Superman palette. Very me. Not. I've not reached for this since my review of the Essence X Superman collection. The whole Essence X Superman collection is just not the best. Stan is snoring right now. He's had a very long day, so I'm gonna leave him to snore unless he gets so bad that I need to stop him. But I don't feel inspired by this whatsoever. The outside packaging is so cool, but no, that's going to go to the side to use a bit more. As is this. This is the Primark Creamy Dreams eyeshadow palette. Again, so boring. Like, what is going on here? The quality's like fine, I guess, but no, that's going to go to the side. This is actually going to go to the side, but for a little bit of a different reason. I want to use this more. I want to understand this a little bit more. I've only used it like twice, I think, and I just want to get to know it a little bit because I don't really have an understanding of this right now, and so I want to try and get an understanding of it. I want to try and use it because I don't know about that. So that's going to go to like the bad bin. This is the Lion King Circle of Life palette. I did do a chopping block Get Ready With Me, and this was one of those palettes that I used. I love the Lion King so much, but this palette just sucks. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It really, really does. So I'm going to put this in the bad bin as well. I don't enjoy the quality at all. Maybe I can dupe this palette in my collection and then maybe feel a bit better about it. I don't know. This Revolution palette was really good. This is the Vibrant Icon palette, and I really like it. For a colourful person like me, I think it's really, really good. You've got loads of these like colours and then complementing shimmers, and I think it's great for a really easy two and done colourful look. I really, really like that. And then the Essence Welcome to Cape Town palette. I think this is a great little palette as well. The quality really packs a punch, and I really love this kind of grungy, cool tone. Like this palette, these, oh yeah. These are less in my comfort zone, but I like how you've got, you know, a cool tone half and a warm tone half. I think it's really nice. So I'm going to keep that one too. Okay, so 4 out of my drugstore collection are now in the bad bin. That says a lot. Okay, I've got a lot of Odin's Eye here. I did have the Morgan Turner and this Summer Alva in my very, very introduction of this video. I've got a lot of Odin's Eye. I am on the Odin's Eye PR list, which I'm so still like baffled about, but let's try and go through this with some kind of order. This is the Eternal Twilight eyeshadow palette. I really, really like this. I have not reached for this that much since my big kind of try on video, and that is because it is so big. It's huge. It has to stay outside of my makeup drawers, so I'd really like to put this in maybe a week 1 palette video or something like that. I know I like it though, so I won't put it in like the bad bin or the try out bin. I really love this palette. I think it's really, really well done, and I'm obsessed. I love, like, the packaging is beautiful as well. Like, look at that. Stunning. Next is the Solomon 2 palette. This is the Moon Wish. This was the first palette that Odin's Eye ever sent me, and I think I'll just keep this forever just for that. I'm so beyond grateful. Like, it is craziness. Yeah, crazy. This was actually, I remember this so vividly. I was actually on holiday for my birthday last year. I was in Seville, and I had this waiting for me when I got home. So it was almost like a birthday present from Odin's Eye. I love it. I love the colour story. I love the mix of cool tones and warm tones. Really good summer palette. I'm going to have to pull that out very soon. The 2 latest Christmas releases. This is the Rosy Jingle and the Silvery Bliss. These 2 aren't really my kind of color stories. As I said before, I really like these like grungy, cool toned, bluey color stories. These definitely aren't that kind of color story. If I didn't work with Odin's Eye, would I keep them? I'm not sure, especially because the Spring Alva, I said this before in my review, is quite similar. They're kind of similar vibes. They've got this like pastel pink thing, a few blues, a few purples. This seems a little bit more grungy, a little bit more dark. I don't know. I think I might put this in the to try out basket. I probably won't end up decluttering this because, as I said, I work with Odin's Eye. I think they're a fabulous brand, and for like comparisons and things, it is very, very useful to have these in my collection. However, I'm going to pop it to the side because I don't really know how I feel about this. I know that the quality is great, but I haven't used this barely at all, so I'm going to pop that to the side. Then the Silvery Bliss, I'm going to keep. I did use this shade Reminiscence in my Those Eyeshadows and it barely looks touched, but I do like this colour story a lot more. This is definitely a bit more me, so I'm going to keep that one. Then we have, let's talk about this one. This is the Christmas Eve palette. This was a Christmas release from years ago and people are still begging for this to come back, and I don't blame you because it's so beautiful. I'm 100% keeping that. That kind of colour story is so me. Like, so me, it's ridiculous. And then these are 3 of the new releases. Again, I do have the Summer Alva that was in my everyday makeup drawer part of this video. I feel like this side of the screen is very, very dark. Hang on, let me try and fix that. There we go. That's better. So we have the Winter Alva. I'm actually wearing this today. I really, really like this. I'm wearing these 2 blues and then this taupe. I have done a Get Ready With Me. If it's live, I'll link it up in the cards. If not, then stick around to see the look. And I really, really like this. I was expecting not to like this. I was expecting this to be like another like warm purpley palette, but I've kind of made it work for me. I've kind of got to know the shades almost, and that's what I want. That's what I want from my collection. I want to be able to get to know the shades, get to know how I like to use them, and I think I've definitely done that with this. The Autumn Alva I've used twice and I really like it. It's a really, really nice palette. I feel like greens are very in right now. A lot of companies are doing green themed eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, this is a really good one. I have done a full review, like I said. And then the Spring Alva. This is the least me palette in the collection, but I kind of want to do a look with like this little trio down here. And then maybe like this bright blue. I think that would be a really cool smoky look. It's still me, but it's not using these like bright pinks. You know, I don't know. So yeah, I'm happy with all of those. I love my Odin's Eye collection. I would like to try out Rosy Jingle a little bit more. That's why it's in the to try out / bad bin. But yeah, I'm really happy with all of their products. Okay, I've got a lot of indie. I'm probably going to have to do this in 2 sections because I've got even more indie. So I will pop this here. And let's start with this little section. So the Mitch, this is going to have to go in the bad bin. Like, I'm sorry. This colour story confuses me so much. I don't understand it. Like, these 2 go together and like, I don't get it. I'm going to try and do some looks with this. I've only done, I think, 2 looks with this, so I don't really have the best understanding of it, but I need some more. I just need some more from this. You know, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't really care. I have 2 Narimi eyeshadow palettes here. I don't use these much. I do kind of forget about them. This one terrifies me because it arrived absolutely shattered and there's like a big crack in this shade. This shade looks like it's about to pop out at any minute, but I mean, I like both of the palettes. I think they're both really nice palettes. They're both very, very me. These were sent to me in PR by CBeautyMall, and I think they're really nice palettes when I remember to use them. So these are gonna stay, but I will make a note to maybe use these a little bit more. Next, P. Louise Stack 'em Up. I might get rid of this as well. I'm not gonna lie, it's fine. Like, I don't use it though. I have these shades multiple times in my collection. This just isn't standing out to me, and the more that I hear about P. Louise, the more I don't really want to support her because she just, what is she doing really? So yeah, I'm gonna put this in the bad bin. I wasn't expecting to do that, but I just don't have time for like mediocre makeup. And then the Cosmic Brushes Cool Trolls palette. I used this in a Get Ready With Me not that long ago. It was my full face of British makeup brands. So if you did miss that video, definitely go and check it out. I really like this. It's a really, really good palette. It is a little bit overlooked in my collection, but you know what? I've just thought, kind of like similar vibe. The last row and then this row, kind of similar. Yeah. And then I've got so many teals. That's just confirmed it for me. I think this palette is brilliant. I did a full review and a 3 looks 1 palette with this when this first launched. It's great. I love it. More indie. Let's go. This is the Adept Cosmetics Minka palette. This, oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to put this to the side, not because I don't like it. It's because the color story for me just isn't what I want. I love, as I said a bazillion times, I love cool tones. I love grungy. I could probably do that with like this shade. I need to use it more. I need to understand it more. I need to get to know it. I don't know this palette at all right now. So I'm going to pop this to the side. Again, not because it's bad, just because I don't know. I'm going to use this next few months to really go in depth with my collection. I probably said it all in the intro. You know this. This Lethal, it might be time to let this go. I spent an ungodly amount of money on this. This was like £80. It was a custom palette and I don't like the quality. It's fine. There is nothing crazy about this. There is nothing even good really about this. A lot of you guys have said, please try Lethal, because apparently when I bought this palette, the quality wasn't great. Apparently they have upped the quality since I bought this, but I just don't reach for it. The only reason that I still have this is because I made it myself. If this was from a brand, this would have been gone. The shimmers are thick, the mattes are nice, but the shimmers are just like really dense, and they're meant to be duochromes. They're not duochromes at all. They're just there. So yeah, this one really upsets me, so that's going in the bad bin. Next I have the CatKin seasonal eyeshadow palette. This was sent to me as well. I really like this. This is very, very neutral. This isn't what I reach for every day. I know that that's, you know, the opposite of what most people say, but for just a very, very neutral look, for a look maybe when I'm teaching or when I'm doing something very, very basic and low-key, I think this is really, really nice. These shimmers are very, very intense, and I really like this, so I'm going to keep that one as well. The Somber Garden from ShellWe. I think I need to get to know this a little bit more. I'm not going to put it in the bad bin, because I do like it. I don't want to put it in the bad bin, but I might put it in like a project, maybe 1 week, 1 palette, or 10 uses or something like that, because I'd like to get to know it. Something I have said a lot is these shimmers are all red leaning. Even though there's only 1 red matte, all of these shimmers are very warm. I wish they'd have done something else. Like these blues, I don't feel like you could pair, maybe this one, but that's still like quite a reddy grey. Do you know what I mean? So maybe I'll pair this with some singles or something to try and get more use out of it. Okay, next let's talk about Singe. My desk is crowding up a little bit, so I do apologise. The Galactic Visitor is never going anywhere. I love this palette. This is Aniela Kanichvis brand, and this is me in a palette. Some blues, some contrasting bright yellows. This quad I could take or leave, to be honest, but the rest is so stunning and beautiful and brilliant, and I love it. So good, such good quality. The duochromes are so shimmery and impactful, and the mattes are beautiful. And then I got sent this in PR, which is like, oh my god, like I pinch myself every time. I was gonna say every time I get on a new PR list, but honestly every time I get PR in general, I'm speechless. But to get on a new PR list is just so magical. It's a feeling that I'm so grateful for. But this again is a really nice palette. It really pushes me out my comfort zone, because these shades aren't shades I normally gravitate towards, but I mean, I really, really like them. I think that it's brilliant. It's a really, really nice curated colour story, and I love both of them. I'm so grateful for Singe. And then this is I think I ranked this my favourite palette that I have tried so far this year. This is the Vivette palette from Adept. I think that they've discontinued this, which is a personal attack on me. I love this palette so much. It is kind of crazy, but I love it. Like, you first look at this palette and you think, what am I gonna do with that? And then you like start really getting into it and you're like, oh, I can do so much. I think this is beautiful. And the fact that it's been discontinued, I hope that it's just being reformulated or something, because I love this so much. This is never going anywhere. My baby, I love it. Okay, let's do some Beauty Bay. These are the 4 Beauty Bay palettes that I currently own. I have tried a few more from Beauty Bay, but they have been decluttered. This is my absolute all-time favorite. This is Book of Magic. This is me in a palette. This, if these were slightly cooler tones, if these 3 were more taupe, this would be like my perfect palette, I think. I love blues, I love teals, I don't really love purples, but I love how they look with blues and teals, and then these neutrals are just like there. Absolutely stunning. Best palette ever. Love it. This is the brand new Desert Haze eyeshadow palette. I did just do a review of this if you were interested. This is, I feel like, I've said this before, it's the year of warm tones and greens, I think. Because if you put like these 3 palettes together, they're very similar. Let's just do these 2 first of all. They're very, very similar vibes. And then this is kind of like the neutral sister. You know what I mean? It's got some of these greens and these like oranges and these yellows. I feel like it's the year of greens and warm tones. But I definitely want to get to know this a little bit more, but that's just because I've literally just got it in my collection. It's not because it's like neglected or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep using it, I guess. This color story, it's not really me. However, I've got a blue, which is great. These greens I really want to play around with. I want to do like, oh, maybe this quad. Maybe do a look with this quad. That would be so stunning. Yeah, I've got a lot of ideas still with this palette that I want to test out. Botanical has a very special sentimental place in my heart. This review did absolutely insane. And it really, I know I say this every single time I pull out this palette, but this palette made me realize like I could be a YouTuber, and I will forever love it for that. It's a great palette. These are definitely more my tones, like these kind of more grungy, cool tones. There is a bit of a pink element in here, which isn't really my go-to. If the pinks were swapped out with blues, oh my god, I'd be all over this. But a really, really good palette. They have re-released it in their permanent line. And then the Wilderness. This is an old school palette, but still an absolute stunner. I really, really love this. So bright and vibrant. And I look back actually at the P. Louise palette. If I held this upside down, it's kind of similar to the first row of this. So I definitely don't need this. The only reason I'd probably keep this is for this super deep blue, but honestly, yeah, it is quite a bit darker than that, but just, you know, mix it with a black, I'll be fine. I really love this. This reminds me of the Melt Muerte. Is it the Muerte? The one that everyone wanted and it was discontinued. It reminds me of that, and I love it. I love it. Okay, now I have some high-end plus Nabla. She's here for the ride. I didn't really know where else to put Nabla, so I put her here. I don't have that many high-end palettes because I don't really review them much. This did very, very well on my channel, actually. This is the Mini Sugar from Anastasia. This is very me. I love like cool tones and blues together. The pinks, whatever. I really like this palette. When I want to do, I kind of pan that palette look, but I want it to be a bit more bougie and I want to feel a bit more expensive. This is what I use. So like dates, this is a brilliant date makeup for me. Or if I'm just like feeling a bit crap, we all have our mental health days. This is a brilliant one. I don't know why, but like makeup that's a bit more expensive makes me feel a bit more bougie, you know? So that's what I love about this. Really, really good keeping that. This I'm going to put in the bad bin. I'm gonna do it. I know a lot of you guys are probably cheering right now. I don't know if I'll actually declutter this when the time comes, but this has been in my collection for years and I just don't reach for it. It's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't reach for it. I don't know what it is. It gets buried, it gets lost, and then every single time I do a declutter or an inventory or something like that, I think, oh, I've really got to use it. I really, really love this palette, and then I just never use it. So I'm going to force myself to use this over the next few months and really see what I feel about it, because I don't know. These, am I brave enough? I don't think I'm brave enough to get rid of these. I don't like Natasha Denona. I know I've been on this rant too many times at this point. It's ridiculous, but I just don't like her quality. It's not good in my opinion. I know everyone raves about her. I'm gonna keep this for either reference or whatever. I'm gonna keep them. I'm not fussed. If I wasn't a YouTuber, would I keep them? Probably not. They are good palettes to reference. The Mini Star, these two are not original shades. I hated them so much I scraped them out and replaced them. So, you know, I like this a lot more now that I've replaced these shades. This original shade really disappointed me. It was just like a murky brown. There was no blue in it at all. It just sucked. So I like this a lot better now with this blue. This I do need to reach for a little bit more. I've tried to get an understanding of it. I don't know. I need to try a few like clean girl techniques, I think, for that. And then this high-end palette is like a bit more me. It's a bit more me. I got this either at the very end of last year or the very start of this year in TK Maxx. I think it was like 20 quid or 25 quid or something. And I really, really like it. It's a colour explosion. And that's what I love. I really love that. I love being creative. This is what I mean by options. You can open this palette and just be like, like, what am I gonna do? Let's make a look. Let's make it crazy. And I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna keep that as well. I have two really big palettes here. Right, let's get into it. The Bella Pierre All Stars. I think it's time for this to go in the bad bin. It doesn't bring me joy. I hate panned this for the longest time. You can see there is so much use on this. And I just, you know when you force yourself to like something and it makes you go the other way. I don't want to reach for this because I just have like bad memories attached to it. I don't want to know it. I don't want to know it. It's going in the bad bin. And my beloved Carnival XL Pro. This will probably never go anywhere. I love this palette so much. I've not used it in the longest time. Maybe I should do a video of like my old favorites and like trying them again. I think that would be a really cute video because this would definitely be in that video. It's one of those palettes that really got me into colour. I always say the Juvia's Place Zulu palette was the first palette that I used that got me into colour. And I think this is like the next level of that. This, I mean, you can see all the pans. A lot of these pans were hit outside of Project Pans. So like, you know, I love this. I definitely stuck to like this end of the palette, like these grungy blue and green tones. But I love it. I definitely want to do a video like reviving my old favorites because that could be cute. Let me know if you want to see that. And then last but not least is my Poppy eyeshadow palettes. So I have Poppy Storm. This is beautiful. These are all from Titanium Foxes. So stunning, like insanity. This is like winter and autumn in a palette and just such good, beautiful quality. I am not letting go of that. I'm not letting go of any of these. Then I have the Poppy Quiet. This is more summer, spring in my eyes. The quality of these shades are incredible. The duochromes are something to behold. It is just ridiculously stunning. Love that. And then the Grackle Chat is more kind of neutrally jewel tones. Really, really stunning. I know a lot of you guys have bought from this brand because of me and my reviews, and that makes me so happy. There is nothing better as a content creator, in my opinion, than when people say like, oh, I bought this because of you and I love it. Like, that makes me so happy. I do want to use especially this one a little bit more, Grackle Chat. This is the newer one in my collection. They do have a newer palette again, but I didn't get that one. I really want to play around with some of these, like these two shades, like a 2 and done look with these two. Stop it right now. Oh my god, yes, keeping those. So I think that's it. I always have to double check, but I think that is it. They're all my palettes. I have over 60. So let's see how many I'm gonna be like getting rid of, quote unquote. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. that's a good number. I'm gonna really focus on these over the next like 5-ish months. And in my big end of year declutter series in December, maybe I'll have a better idea of how I like these, how I want to use these, and if I really want to declutter these. I love this series so much, and you guys are loving it as well, which is absolutely amazing. If I can get rid of 13, that would be amazing. I probably will get even more palettes between now and then, my big declutter as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what my collection looks like in December. It's the final declutter, baby, and here we're doing lips today, and I'm really, really excited because I feel like I have quite a lot of lip products that can do with, like, you know, getting the axe a little bit. So I am just going to jump straight into it. I'm sure I've been through it all in the intro. I've been doing some little artsy things, so my nails might be a little bit gunky, but that's okay. We're all friends here. I think I'm just going to get everything out. I've got a lot of drawers full of lip products. So that's drawer number 1. That's drawer number 2. We got drawer number 3. Drawer number 4. And last but not least, drawer number 5. Yeah, there's a fair few. So all of these, we might have to condense it down into sections. You know, just looking at it, I think that might be a wise idea. All of these are my lip products, and I'm so excited to go through them all with you guys. So what I think I'm gonna do is go by section, maybe? I don't know. I've got a lot of these Odin's Eye products, so I'll pop them. Maybe I should have done drawer by drawer, actually. Oh, I don't know what that is. Something's leaked, and it looks a bit gross. I don't really... Is it this one? I don't know what that is. Okay, well, something's leaked in the Odin's Eye drawer, but I have no idea what that could be. Okay, great. Okay, so I think I'm just going to clear a little bit of a... like this. You know, nothing too crazy. Let's talk about some drugstore products, shall we? I'm just going to grab a few, because this is not going to be in any kind of order. Let's start with these guys. So these are the Catrice Underwater Secrets. These are some of my favorite lip products. They're so underrated, but they're basically just clear glosses. I know they look a little bit scary, like just like this, but they're not actually these colors. They're a really, really nice, hydrating, non-gloopy gloss formula. So these I have to keep. They are so good. This is brilliant as well. This is from Primark. This is the lip gloss. This is just a very basic gloss, but it's so good. It's got a really, really nice like glitter, but not too much in it. It's a very kind of natural glossy kind of shade. Really love that for the price as well. It's not just good for the price, it is genuinely really good. This I barely ever use, but it is like a nice product. It's fine. This is the Catrice Apricot Crush. It's from the My Jewels, My Rules collection. I don't really use it that much. However, it's a nice gloss to have if I just need to like grab and go. This will never die. This is the Sleek Lip Shot, and I saw, is it Joanna on Instagram? She has a Sleek Lip Shot as well, and she was saying in one of her like Instagram reels that these things last forever. Yes, they do. I can't even tell you how many times I've used this. It's got to be well into the hundreds. It's still going strong, but I love it. It's like a very bricky red. I don't really like red lip products, but this is a nice red for me. This is like a muted, not too saturated red, so I love that. Okay, these Profusion products, these are the Lip Plump. One of these is great, one of these is awful. I really like the shade Petunia. This is the deeper shade. It's a really, really nice, just hydrating lip product. It's quite thin. They do smell quite minty. I like this shade. This shade, Marigold, makes my lips look milky almost. It's not a flattering lip colour. I can kind of smell the smell from here. It's very, very minty, but not in like a toothpastey way. I don't know how to describe it. This just does not suit my lip colour at all. So this is definitely going in the bad bin, but this shade Petunia, that's staying. I really like that one. Next is the Profusion Matte Lip Cream. I actually don't know how this works or what this looks like at all. I don't think I've ever used this. So you know what? I'm going to put this in the to be try / bad bin as well, just because I have no idea. I honestly don't think I've used this once, which is a shame, but here we are. And then oh my god, I thought that was mold in it then. I don't think it is. I think it's just bubbles. Do you see that? Those two like black dots. I thought that was mold. Okay, can confirm it is not. Okay, that's fine. The Marbleicious Liquid Lip Balm from Catrice. This is beautiful. This is so hydrating, but also just like glam. You know, oh, love it, love it, love it. So that's definitely staying. Okay, let's get some more drugstore going. I am wearing my dressing gown as well, so if you can see my like fluffy blue dressing gown, don't worry about it. It's the evening, okay? I'm working overtime just for you guys today. Okay, some more drugstore lip products here. I have 2 of the Beauty Crop lip products. So this one I really, really like. This is the shade Latte. It's definitely more of a me colour. I really like these brownie nudes. These kind of colours I don't really go for that often, but I don't think I have anything else like this. I do have the Sleek Lip Shot, however that is discontinued. So I think I'll keep it just for like different looks. They're really nice formulas. I originally thought that because there's a gloss that these must be quite dry. They're actually not dry at all, so I don't really know why the gloss is included because this is already quite a hydrating formula. So I don't know. I don't ever use the gloss side if I use these because these are hydrating enough, but I mean, 2 for the price of 1, I guess. So I'll keep both of those. The Profusion Juicy Lip Tint I really like as well. This is more of like an oil, lip oil kind of formula. Super, super hydrating, super, super pretty. Really, really nice. That kind of brownie nude that I love. So I'm keeping that as well. This is one of my favorites. This is the Essence Glossy Glaze. And it's one of those stick gloss products. Really, really, really nice product. Love this. This is like £2.50 and it is so, so good. I'm not doing very well at declutter. Oh, here we go. This is going. This is the Essence Jelly Lip Stain. It was from the god-awful Superman collection. There was one good product in the Superman collection. That was the eyeliner. This, no. It is so bright, hot Barbie pink. I'm not doing it. Sorry. No, that is definitely going to be going. This, I don't know. This is from She Glam. This is the shade Just Got Real, and it's kind of like an orange shade. I never use it, but it's nice to have something like this because I do so many different colour looks. It is quite nice to have a little bit more of an orangey nude, so I'm going to keep it for that. It's a nice formula. I don't support She Glam anymore just because of like, you know, worker practices and things like that. It's just not something that I want to support, but I have already spent my money on it, so I'm just going to go for it. The Essence Hydrating Nude, I like this as well. I thought that originally this was going to be too pale for me, but I actually quite like it. It's concealer lips, but nice concealer lips. This is another super, super affordable option as well. Maybe one more round of drugstore, possibly? I think these are my last. Oh, is Glow Hub drugstore? I don't know. Beauty Bay is. That can go in there. Oh, Revolution. I don't know. These categories aren't like, you know, be all and end all. This I will never get rid of. This is the Beauty Bay Lip Balm in the shade Coconut and Vanilla. Oops, I'm throwing it. This is such a nice My Lips But Better. You can see how much I've used of that. This hasn't been in a project pan or anything. I've just naturally used that much, which for me is pretty good. This is so nice. I feel like it has got more pink as time's gone on. I've not had it for that long, but I swear it used to be a bit more brown than this. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining things. Who knows? But it's such a nice, like, lip balm, yeah, My Lips But Better kind of thing. Sometimes when I do a really intense eye look, I don't really want to do a really intense lip as well, so I feel like these are really, really good in my collection. Next, this is the Revolution Pout Balm. This was like my OG lip product when I was getting into the glossy sticks. This was the first glossy stick formula that I tried, and it is amazing. You can't click it back down, so just be careful. But this is so good. It's one of those like super glossy stick formulas, and I love it. It's got a bit of a minty taste to it, so if you don't like that, maybe steer clear. This is my NYX Fat Oil Slick Click, whatever it's called. I love this as well. This is in the shade link in bio, and it's a very me shade. Very browny nude. Perfect. Love it. You know when I said at the start of this video, I think I can get rid of a lot of lip products? This is the NYX Butter Gloss. I have been working on this pretty consistently for a long time, and I mean, look at that applicator. There's barely anything left in this. I'm gonna have to take the stopper out soon. Some people did say this packaging is completely clear. I don't know if that's true because I'm like wiggling it round, and normally you can see like when it starts windowing. I don't know. I'm going to take the stopper out and try and get this done because, like, look at that. It's a pretty dry applicator. I've been working on this for a long time and I'm really proud of that. That's not in an official project pan or anything. I've just been kind of working on it. This is the Mitchell Mattitude. I'm wearing this today. This is fine. It's just fine. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of matte lips. However, with a gloss, I'm wearing these two today. I don't think I'm filming the intro to this today. I don't know, I might be. If I'm wearing the blue and taupe wing look, then I'm filming this today. Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's nothing crazy. I wouldn't run out and buy another one. I have a very kind of love-hate relationship with Mitchell at the best of times, so it is what it is. This is the Revolution. What is the formula of this? Don't know. Who knows? It's the shade Chauffeur Nude. This is a little bit more pink than I usually go, but I do like having options in my collection. Even though this is matte, it's like that suede-y formula, so it's not like drying, and that's what I need. I love that. This is beautiful as well. Oh my goodness, I'm like keeping everything. This is what I mean about the NYX Butter Gloss. You can see it like swirling round. I don't know. This smells so good. I've got to smell this every time I open it. It smells like tropical. This I got in a mystery box and I really like it. It's got a weird shade name though. I remember that. Yeah, Milked. Okay. Okay. Keeping that too. Oh my god, I'm not doing very well. Jam Sesh. So I hate red lips. However, I want to keep one because, you know, just in case I ever need to do a red lip, I've got one there. I'll probably keep all of these because I am project panning one right now. That might be a little bit of a spoiler. I'm project panning Brink right now, which is more of a ready, not really ready nude, but like on the readier side. I have Oh Snap, which is more of a pink. This looks disgusting. I think I might get rid of this. It won't roll down because it's all like mushed. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't want to just be using something to use it and it's all like mushy and it doesn't actually like work. Like, can you see that? It's I don't know if it melted or what, but it won't roll down. And then if you roll it up, you've got to like push it back down. No. That's in the bad bin. My god, only 4 products are in the bad bin right now. That's awful. I've got Lumiere. This is a little bit better with the twistiness of it. Is this a little bit too pink? Probably a bit too purpley pink for every day. For more pinky purpley eyeshadow looks, I should probably keep that. I don't like having every single one of my lipsticks be a brownie nude, even though I love brownie nudes. You know, I gotta have some kind of mix up. And then this is At Twilight, which is more of like a peachy pinky shade. I'll keep that as well. That's pretty nice neutral. Oh, I'm not doing good on this declutter. Okay, let's do some high end. Ooh, bougie. Let's go. Here we go. I think these are all my like high-end lip products. I think I'm keeping all of these too. This is Fenty. Let's do all the Fenties first. Fenty Pink Dragonfly. Really like this. If I'm going for a more pink gloss, it's most likely going to be this. I think it's really nice. We have just a clear gloss, I mean, it doesn't look very clear right now, but I promise you this is a clear gloss, keeping that. And then the lip cream in the shade Fenty Glow. Classic, gotta keep it. This I was quite disappointed with. This is the Fenty, what is it called? Gloss Bomb Sticks. This is in Fenty Glow as well. The staying power on this is pretty non-existent. I know it's a glossy formula anyway, so, you know, you can't expect it to stay all day. And I don't expect it to stay all day, but I do expect it to stay more than an hour, you know? So I like it, but, you know, it's gonna stay because I like it and it's Fenty and I can't bring myself to declutter that, but I'm just letting you know in case you were wanting to buy one, the staying power is pretty abysmal. This I love. This is the Anastasia Satin lipstick, not the matte one. The matte ones dry my lips out like the Sahara Desert. This is a really, really nice. This is Praline. A little bit more pink than I would usually go, but really, really nice. The OG, the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. This is in the shade Strawberry. Very, very pink for me. But again, I like having that option. I do wear this quite a lot, to be fair. I just like having that option. I like it. This is probably one of my oldest products. This is the Fenty Beauty cream lipstick in the shade Shiro. This I need to finish. I need to work on this. It's a really nice shade. I think, oh, I just got lipstick on my towel. Damn it. Good job, this is the last video. I think this is the one that got me into these. It's not really a brownie nude, but it's kind of brown leaning. I think this is what got me into these kind of tones because that's the first one that I remember having. Okay, and then before we get to Odin's Eye, I've got like a few miscellaneous-y ones here that I want to talk about. This, oh my god, that Huda has ruined me. CatKin, I can never use this because it's so gorgeous. Like, look at that. Are you kidding me? Wow, this was sent to me in PR. This is in the shade Maple and it's really nice. Probably will never use it because it's too beautiful. This is the U Hue. They never put the actual like product on the packaging. It just says U Hue G622. So do with that what you will. This reminds me of the Tarte. So that's the Tarte and that's the U Hue. Very, very similar, but I'm going to keep them both. Of course I am. I really like this actually. You can see I've used this quite a lot as well. I'm happy with that. I like it. This is gonna go. This is the Coloured Rain Matte Liquid Lipstick. Oh my god, I hate liquid lipsticks with a burning passion. I genuinely cannot stand them. They dry my lips out like there's no tomorrow. I can't deal with it. I won't deal with it. No, I got this in a mystery box, so I didn't actually go out and buy it. I can't do it. This is also actually going to go. This is from U Hue. This is, again, there's no product name on it. It's really cool. Like, I love this packaging. Super, super cool. However, this formula, it's like water, but then it dries and it just dries down matte. And it's just uncomfortable for me. I've got very, very dry lips to the point where anything that dries down just isn't going to work for me. It's one of those really thin water formulas, but it dries down. I'm not doing it. The colour's beautiful, but I can't. So that's in the bad bin as well. And then number 7, this is very similar to the Beauty Bay product, and you can see I've used a lot of this as well. A very My Lips, but better. You can barely see it, to be honest, but really pretty. Gonna keep that for my everyday lip days. Right, so then we've got Odin's Eye. There's a lot. So let's start with the Morgan Turner collection. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna keep all of these. Sorry, not sorry. I just really like them, and I have been sent all of these in PR, which is like such a pinch me moment. This is Beso, and this is a really nice glossy, kind of reddy nudie shade. Pretty. Then we have Love Language, which is kind of icy. This, I'm not really sure on, to be honest. I am going to keep this whole collection because I work with Odin's Eye. I think it's important to have reference. But if I wasn't a YouTuber, I probably would get rid of that. It's just a bit too icy for me. Then we have the shade Snuggle, and that again is pretty icy. It's not quite as icy as the last one, but would I use this one? I'm not sure. It's still cute. I'm going to keep it. I like pushing myself out my comfort zone. Then we have Kisses, which is a very, very cool tone brown. Love that. And then we have Love of My Life, which is one of their matte formulas. I can't wear their matte formulas on their own. I have to wear a lip gloss over the top of it. It's just my lips are so sensitive, but it's a kind of pinky, rosy kind of shade. I would love to know what has leaked. There's nothing in the drawer. I don't know. I'll have to clean that later on. Let's go on to their newest collection. This is their Alva collection that literally just came out. And there are 12 lip products in this collection. So I have lip swatched all of these in my Odin's Eye review if you did want to see all of the shades. First we have Nude Nectar. Kind of like a... Do I want to swatch all of these? It's very, very cool tone there. It's like a cool tone plum. Next is Peach Peony. This is the vibrant orange, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like a reddy orange fire trucky kind of shade. Very different. Again, that's what I love about these though. I would never have bought these on my own, but I really love being pushed out my comfort zone. Cocoa Bloom is so deep. I love this on myself. I love that like edgy gothy look with my lips, and I would not have bought these on my own, but I'm so happy I get to play with them. Camellia Muse is bright pink, very similar to Love of My Life actually. That's almost identical. Maybe this one is slightly more red. Interesting. And then Vintage Fuchsia is the last matte. And it's a very deep, again, quite a deep plum. So I can't wear those on their own. Again, just a little bit too drying for me. But these are where everything shines for me. So we have Citrus Camellia. This is like the yellow. No, this is the brown. I love this one. I use this one like all the time. That's definitely my most used. Apricot Whisper is the bright orange. Look at that. Are you kidding me? That is insane. Love it. Then we have Dusty Burgundy, and that is that one, a warm brown. Then we have Little Jasmine 3, which is the kind of honey yellow one. That, when I first saw that, I was like, what is that? But it is so beautiful on the lips, on top of like a brownie nude. So stunning. Then we have Latte Lily, and that is what that one looks like. Quite an everyday shade again, slightly warmer than some of the others. And then Tawny Rose, which is the deep, deep, deep. Look at that. How cool is that? That's so stunning. So yeah, keeping all of those as well. So, ouch. Oh no, I've got another one. Hang on. This is in my everyday makeup drawer. This is Cream Petal, and it is a matte. I'll pop that there. Like a brownie nudie matte. So there we go. Lol. That's a lot. That's a lot. And the only ones in the bad bin are these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? 6 is better than nothing. I'm going to test these over the next few months. I'm going to see what I feel about them. I'm going to see if they can be salvaged or saved in any way. If not, they're gonna get the axe. I'm really excited. I have loved this series. I hope you have as well. All my love to you guys. Have an incredible day. Like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.